Taurus, welcome back to your zodiac reading. If you're a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, this is your tarot card reading, okay? It's MC333 back at it again with another one. And for my Taurians, I hope you guys are doing good right now. You guys are doing well. Coming off your season not too long ago. Finishing off this little Gemini season and things like that. If you're a Taurus rising, you got this Gemini season, you know, second house and things, so you not overanalyzing, but overlooking and overseeing, analyzing the finances, your gifts, talents, values, material possessions, things like that, okay? My Taurus risings out there. Besides that, as far as your big three, if you are a Taurus moon, okay, this has something to do with your home life, your motherly figure, things like that, how you feel, your emotions. If it's your sun, if you're a Taurus sun, keep an eye out, listen for work, career, a little bit of your fatherhood, things like that, okay? And if it's your rising, if you're a Taurus rising, it's all about you. House of self, all right? You're being illuminated. So, Taurus, how's Gemini been for you? Okay, let's find out. Show me Taurus. And Taurus, don't ever forget that the most important part to Triple D's Tarot is you, okay? And I'm seeing Swords energy before. I seen some Libra energy at the bottom of the deck. Not surprised to see this Swords here, okay, Taurus? But hey, this is a Libra energy as well. It's just Saturn in Libra, and this is the Libra power card, the adjustment, okay? And I think this has something to do with this Three of Swords. I don't think that this is a lot of readers out there necessarily, the energy of this card is a negative connotation, or what's that word? Connotation, I think. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. But that right there, the Three of Swords, is usually a separation. It's usually a heartbreak, okay? It's usually the tough conversations that need to be had, okay? Sorrow, right? But I think this right here with the relatability, and it's like combos that hurt the heart, you know, things that, you know, people that, tough combos you have with people that you care about and things like that. But I think it's changing your perspective on how you relate to people, because I think these tough conversations are showing you who actually values you, who shows up for you, and who you actually should separate from. I think it's a different, because I don't feel like it's sorrow or Taurus, or like you feel like you lost out on something. I think it's especially seeing this as the underlying theme, this is an adjustment to how you're communicating, especially to the people that you emotionally care about. So that way moving forward, you can at least have a little bit more power and control towards your energy. You see, we have the star here, which is your square energy, but you're stepping into that learning curve, okay? It's a star. You're learning how to show up. You're learning how to understand different people in their lives and their associations, and assessing how you see the world, right? And where you're at, learning how to find your own level of authenticity through your forms of communication. There's other people in the world, and there is the world. And I think, Taurus, you're realizing that you are an individual amongst a collective, and how can you show up uniquely in your own world, towards your own partnerships, towards your own relationships. That way you really feel the value that you bring to the table as a Taurus, right? You understand what you do and who you are, how you communicate and what you've been through this hardship with the people that you relate with, right? I think you're understanding your unique position within the collective, and that's why we see the star with the Aquarius energy. There may be some Aquarius energy you may need to utilize or embody, but for the most part, I think you're understanding the position that, you know, people are different, and that, you know, where do you find your level of, where do you find your authentic power? Where do you find your authenticity to show up and say, you know what, this is me. I want to be me, and I'm okay with being me. I'm not like the rest. And understanding that if you were chosen in this situation or this relationship situation, understand that you are unique, and it is important for you to think or to understand that you are unique. That's why you have and you are in a unique situation. Okay, we have the Six of Discs. This is a very positive card. This is one of the best cards we see in the deck, and it's a success card. It's actually the moon in Taurus, and you know the moon is exalted in Taurus, so this is the best emotion towards how you feel, right? And this is the best feeling. I think you know what this feeling is, Taurus. The Six of Discs is the harmony in terms of understanding, right? Before we get to tangibility and foundation, this is the internal foundation and the internal success. I think you already feel like you won already, and you already understand that you've won the game of life. And it's just about solidifying this position and understanding the position that you're in, right? What's on the table for the most part. And understanding what to do with that, right? Understanding what to do with that. There's something within your environment that's extremely positive, okay? You can have like I can see your work being very successful. Whatever you do in work, very successful, okay? Having a strong work field, having a strong sense of individuality within the work field as well, Taurus, okay? Understanding that certain people within this field may not be receptible to certain communication, okay? Oof, and we have right here in the middle, position 4, we have the Six of Wands, so victory. So there's a lot that you went through, okay? I think you've been patient here in the not just the work environment, but allowing this relationship to work, understanding. This position in position 4 is the victory. It's a Leo energy, Jupiter and Leo. It's expanding your individuality through patience. And through not just that, but through action, and action that is calculated, strategic, and it's not rushed. Okay, the 4 is obstacles to overcome. So taking action that was harmonious and actions that you can look back at and actually tap yourself on the back and say, you know what, you won. That's something that you're not used to, and you're realizing how to step into that. So when you take action, you're realizing how to reinforce that action with success and say, you know what, that was the action that I actually deserve. That was the action that I actually needed to take to lead me to point A to point B, etc. Right? So it's allowing us to go through the experiences on an individual level to show us the differences that the actions will lead us down. There's people that we have and relate to directly in our lives, friends, family, spouses, etc. But you're seeing how the individual action, when you focus on you and your situation, your dynamic with your partner and your actions within your world, that affects your world. Not to take on actions of other people and other perspectives within their relationships, because that's not their relationships. Their dynamic within them is not you with this Aquarian energy. You may be with an Aquarius, or someone may have Aquarian energy within their big 3 that you're relating to and things like that, but that's what you have to realize. Position 5 is the devil, okay? Others' perspectives. I think others' perspectives, you're a very driven individual. You have this go-getter energy. Be mindful of other people looking at you like being deceptive or as like lying, white lies. I'm hearing. Learn to step in and speak your truth. If you feel like it's better to keep things silent, that is like this devil energy. I feel like emotionally, sometimes you get emotional and you stay silent. You kind of shut things out here, and other people can notice that from you. Besides that, other people see you as a very driven individual. But what is that drive blocking, and what is that drive for? You have to understand and look deeper within the meaning and reasoning of that drive, okay? That way you know what you're stepping into as you step into new action with this Knight of Wands, okay? You know the action that needs to be taken, and I think with people understanding, with you understanding what works through patience, understanding the individual action and how to balance your actions with what you want to work. Balance your actions with foundations and understanding, right? Because without understanding is in position 3, and action is in position 4, victory. You have to first understand and then to then act. You cannot act before you understand, because then you're acting on mere blindness, and there's no wisdom backed by that. And that's where Jupiter comes in the victory of Leo, because you're acting on individuality, a situation that's unique to you based upon the understanding that you got within your surroundings or mental understanding and conversation, okay? You can actually pursue and go get and drive and go after the goals that you actually have in mind, okay? With the Knight of Wands, we see that you're very action-oriented. So you can actually take the actions that you want without thinking about it when you're taking the right actions, where you don't have to overthink and assess the actions that you're taking. I see that you're not overthinking right now your relationships or the foundation that you have. You're just listening, you're digesting, and you're learning to act behind it, okay? Truce. The outcome card here is beautiful. Jupiter in Libra energy, okay? Libra, Jupiter and Libra there, okay? Libra, Aries had that similar energy. You may want to watch the Aries reading here, Taurus, okay? But Jupiter in Libra, you're expanding your ability, your relatability here. This is going to expand your sense of relatability. I think this is going to expand your relationship. Really, your relationships and how you relate to people. Like, I think the difference between your spouses, your friendships, your coworkers, and things like that is really solidifying now, and your foundation is developing a lot of clarity. So you're understanding, like, you know what? That makes sense. I can't relate to my spouse how I relate to my coworkers because they're different people in different environments. So I have to show up and carry myself in a little bit of a different mannerism, and that's some of this devil energy as well. That when you're when you're going about these environments and they're backed by emotion, it's important for you to be focused on the goal and not be driven by emotion. Because the same things where you're goal oriented in the same environment that allows you to be goal oriented or goal focused is the same things that may deplete you here, okay? So keep that in mind. With that being said, we're going to pull a mystery confirmation card from the Phoenix Oracle playing card deck here, and we're going to tap in and see what this is looking like, okay? Give us the confirmation and clarity we need for my Taurians. Let's see what this is. If you made it this far in the video, don't hesitate to smash that like button, hit the subscribe. If you have members only content, make sure you check out the members only content, okay? And get early access readings. 10 of hearts for you here, Taurus. I love this. This is a completion. This is completion. This is status. This is opportunity. You could be hitting an opportunity of money, opportunity of relationship here, okay? I see a lot of manifestation. I see a lot of fire and earth. We have earth, the devil, earth, the 6 of discs, 6 of wands with fire. We're all in the middle. So there's something here manifesting. But from the past, you were someone that overthought a lot, okay? You were overthinking a lot about relationships and yourself, like how you relate to yourself, and the dynamic has been off. So you kind of let go of that. You said, you know what, I don't want to deal with that no more because you know it's unhealthy, it doesn't do you right. So you're trying to focus on what suits you and what helps you on an individual level, unique, okay? Unique to your situation and unique to who you are. Because that's what's going to allow for this thing to work. Not thinking about other people, not thinking about what they think, not thinking about how they do things or how the other party does things. It's you, okay? Understanding backed by action is what is going to allow you to maintain the goal-oriented action that you're having. And there's healthy communication. There's healthy communication. I think you're realizing the adjustments at hand that's needed, okay? With the 8 card here, the Libra energy, this is going to put you in a cycle, into a new cycle of healthy communication here, Taurus, okay? I hope this gives you clarity. Without a doubt, it's MC333. And we are outie. As always, I'm watching from afar, and I'm rooting for you here, Taurus. I'm excited to continue to see what this is looking like next week here, okay? If we're reading for the same collective or a different collective for my Tauruses. But this is exciting. If I am talking fast and you think I am talking fast, you can always slow me down in the gearbox on YouTube in the bottom right or left corner of your screen. You'll be able to throw me down there, okay? For anyone looking to book a personal, links down below. With that being said, it's MC333. I'll see you guys on the other side. Namo Himalaya.